I want you to look me in the face, right in the eyes. The Indiana Fever are arriving right on schedule, right on time. Caitlin Clark not in the lineup, handling the business anyway. The Indiana Fever put belt to ass on the Las Vegas Aces. Don't go to Indiana, some shit might go down, was once said by A'ja Wilson. And she was correct. This was a beat 'em down. The Aces held to a grand total of 54 points as the defense carries over from the Commissioner's Cup game, and the Indiana Fever have the league spooked. Fresh off of that celebration where Caitlin Clark let it slip that the league's going to be pissed. Just looking at the fact that the Fever were able to win the cup, and they were having a great celebration. And what happened in the night was A'ja Wilson came to play, and none of the Aces joined her. Jewell Loyd, it's a wrap. Chelsea Gray, it is a wrap. Best point guard in the league, barely outscored Caitlin Clark tonight. A performance so bad, I had friends messaging me, is she gambling on the game? Is she shaving points? The Indiana Fever were wire to wire on this one. Just a full dominant beat them down performance that just had several great moments with Kelsey Mitchell getting on fire to the tune of 25 points, helping my fantasy team go crazy. Aaliyah Boston, even if she breathed on A'ja Wilson, would get a foul. She only ended up playing 23 minutes, but still dropped 20 points, 7 boards. And anytime Boston and A'ja get together, it's always a fun matchup. There's that Kareem Walton, Ewing Mourning kind of rivalry with them. Centers about 4 years apart, great college programs, national champions, a little bit of uneasiness there, seemingly, and good competition. Ari McDonald flirted with that triple-double, 8, 7, and 7, and stellar defense all over. And quite frankly, the Fever just smacked the Aces. These teams came into this game with the same record, but this is a tale of two teams. This is one team headed up and one team headed down. Before the season, I saw a lot of pundits in the WNBA media holding the Aces up on a pedestal still, not realizing what was happening to this team, thinking there's nothing to worry about with this core of players. They said there was nothing to worry about with this core of players with Jackie Young, A'ja Wilson, Chelsea Gray, and Jewell Loyd. For me, the Las Vegas Aces kind of resemble the Milwaukee Bucks right now in the NBA, where they were a champion a few years ago and the pieces started to degrade around the star, starting with Chelsea Gray. And in this case, A'ja Wilson, just like Giannis, is as great as they ever were, and everything around them is falling apart. Everything around them is a patchwork job. It's trying to stick a younger piece. It's taking flyers on people and trading first-round picks to get people like Nalissa Smith in there, who may be somebody that had high value once, that is trying to rebuild their value, and they're trying to find some money there because they're in that hell no man's land kind of. This team is going to end up on the bottom side of the playoff bracket, and the Fever will not. The Fever will continue to grow from here. This was a laydown, flat out. The defense was so great for the Indiana Fever, and it really made me excited about how they played this game and the game against the Lynx, to where it was like, okay, it seems like they can lock in a certain way to just really turn teams into letting their star do their thing and shutting all the people down around them. And sometimes you get both, like what happened against the Lynx. The Las Vegas Aces had beat the Indiana Fever 16 straight times. We saw that stat pumped up a lot earlier this year when the Fever dropped that game in Vegas, and they pushed that on the broadcast over and over. It was on Amazon Prime, so we got the Indiana Fever announced team. They were heavily into it. A'ja Wilson was barking at the crowd seemingly all night, talking a bunch of crap, even when they were down 20. Commendable in one sense, but in another, it's like, all right, what are you doing? I thought not a single call went against her the entire game, and is really quite fascinating, and I'm curious to understand why. That's the superstar whistle, if there ever was one. The clear push out of bounds, the clear over the back call, Aaliyah Boston just coming within 5 inches of her, and the whistle's just going off like a siren. It was amazing. She had over 10 free throws made by the end of the third quarter. I think she had 11 free throws made by the end of the third quarter. So, some people are just going to get that respect. And I don't know what we do with that. Kelsey Mitchell over the last set of games here has really come alive as, her season continues to mirror much of her career. She gets off to a slow start. Sometime in June, she starts picking it up, and by July, she's a demon. I think they had a graphic that says she was averaging like 24.5 points over like the last 4 or 5 games. And with 25 points tonight, that's, going to only tick upwards. But man, I enjoyed watching this game, man. It was out of control by the time the third quarter came. That zone really kind of stifled the Fever in the first part of the second half, which was a good strategy on Becky Hammond's part. And the Fever seemed like they didn't really understand to attack the zone. You just need to get the ball in the middle. But the Aces were so atrocious pretty much throughout the night. They couldn't really take advantage of that. And they ended up conceding the game less than halfway through the fourth quarter. The Fever kind of in such dire straits, they couldn't even pull all the starters. They don't have 9 available players right now. So yeah, the final score was 81-54. That looks like a NBA Finals game in the 1990s or something. Like that Bulls Jazz. Lexi Hall had 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, so the percentage gets a little messed up there. But she had 7 points. She was strong on the defensive side of the court and a plus 20 overall for the night. Natasha Howard comes through with the double-double. The Commissioner's Cup MVP just continues to find her role on this team. Aaliyah Boston was battling all night as much as she could with A'ja Wilson. Her foul trouble was the story of the game, but the Aces could not find a way to take advantage of it, so they just got run out the gym. Kelsey Mitchell, 25, 4 3-pointers. Not a ton of threes made for the Fever, but they attacked the paint so well. Turned out they didn't need them. Michaela Timpson saw extended minutes today. She had a nice block, a couple rebounds, and overall good defense, a couple steals as well. So she's continuing to get her feet wet as Dantas is gone, and the Bonner departure is opening up more minutes for her. And I love how the team's playing, but man, I can't wait till Caitlin's back to jump in and add on to this. With everybody coming together, they just got to find a way to put it together with her in the lineup. And this team's off to the races, man. Now let's take a look at this box score for the Las Vegas Aces. My God. Jackie Young, 2 of 9. So many bricks you think she's working in construction. A'ja Wilson can't really knock what she did for the night. 29 points, competed hard, didn't try to rebound at all. Only 3 rebounds. Of course, there were no assists for A'ja Wilson. She's a scoring machine. 11 of 13 from the free throw line. Just lived there. Paid rent there. Kia Stokes, a virtual nothing on the night. 0 of 2 and just a couple made free throws. Jewell Loyd, 2 points, 0 of 3 in 30 minutes. How do you play as a starting guard, play 30 minutes, and only take 3 shots? This is a failure all around. This Jewell Loyd season needs to be chopped up and put together in the video, and they need to be playing the Gap Band Outstanding in the back of it. You light my fire. As a matter of fact, make it a dual Jewell Loyd Chelsea Gray mix. 2 points for Chelsea Gray, the alleged best point guard in the league by at least half the GMs. Get that out of here. We're not here with it. We're done. It's 2025. Wrap it up. Nalissa Smith came back, got cheered. I was interested in her reaction. It seems like she got a positive response. I don't know if it necessarily would have been as positive had she showed up as a wing with Dejanay Carrington, but I like Nalissa Smith. I think, she is somebody that is trying to find whether she's going to be an 8th woman in the league, whether she's going to be a starter, or she's going to wash out the league at this point. And, she's got an opportunity to try to build a name for herself in the front court if she's able to crack that starting lineup in the Aces. I'm rooting for her to find a spot, but it's going to be an uphill battle for her on her second team since leaving the Fever. And, she's got the high draft pedigree, so people are going to keep trying to, take a chance on her, see if there's something there. So best wishes to Nalissa Smith, but it was not her night either, as she definitely found a way to contribute to the Indiana Fever win, which she went 1 of 6. So, but yeah, man, this was quite a display of defense. Stephanie White got teched, and the Fever came in as a team feeling good about themselves. And I think the value of feeling good about yourself pays off. A little bit more money in the pocket from the Commissioner's Cup, the big win over the Lynx. There was fear of a letdown. This team showed mental toughness tonight, by not walking into the game overconfident. They came in, they knew they had to compete, and they pretty much got the Aces out of here from the jump. So kind of surprising that the Aces didn't really, show much more fight. But when your guards are playing like this, what can A'ja Wilson do? And I need the WNBA media and all these people to stand up and ask what's wrong with the Las Vegas Aces and do it with their chests and get their back straight. If not, we'll be doing it here on the channel. My name is Rich Latta. Make sure you join the membership section, like this video, comment, let me know what you think about this atrocious backcourt performance from the Aces. What do you make of the Fever? What do you make of Caitlin still being out? We don't know when she's coming back. It's a day-to-day thing still. Who knows what's happening there? Hope to see her soon, but another big win for the Fever, and the more they hold that down, makes it easier, less of a hole to dig themselves out of come playoff time. My name's Rich. This is One Lifetime. Peace.